Fitness mogul Tracy Anderson is looking for new recruits. In the heart of Manhattan, this room full of aspiring trainers auditioning to work for Tracy.
What I'm asking for is not a performance. Rather, I would like for you to connect to the music and the energy that I'm producing without speech and sort of feel that dance together.
For the fitness pioneer known for the Tracy Anderson method, promising to get you a dancer's body, lean and long, it's more than a regimen, more than a lifestyle. It's been a mission.
They're gonna reach their arm out and they're gonna be like, Twix, or could I make a better choice?
Did you think Tracy Anderson method would be where it is now? The longevity of it?
I did not. It makes me hopeful for humanity that I am still here, and now I'm having sort of the conversation that I always intended to have. It just shows you how you can't change a culture before it's ready.
For more than 2 decades, she's been trying to shape that culture.
Rock hard abs. That's what I think about when I think of Tracy Anderson. Rock hard abs. I think that Tracy Anderson is probably one of the OG fitness influencers.
Dubbed by many as Hollywood's secret weapon, training some of Tinseltown's biggest stars.
Nothing worked for me the way that Tracy's method has worked.
From her BFF Gwyneth Paltrow.
She gets you naked and then she criticizes every little part of you.
Tracy even went on tour with Madonna and whipped J-Lo into shape.
I met Tracy right after I had my twins. She came into my life and helped me embrace the new me.
The A-list of A-list women are all trained by Tracy Anderson.
On TikTok, the workout dissected and reviewed.
It is finally time for our most anticipated review, the Tracy Anderson method.
Memberships ring in at an astounding $900 a month here.
That's why you can see we are literally dripping in sweat.
Tracy was raised in Indiana. Her mother, a dance teacher.
My mother still owns the same ballet school that I was so lucky to go to, and she's magical and amazing.
She moved to New York City to go to school for performing arts, but the experience wasn't exactly what she expected.
I wanted to be a professional dancer, and I gained like 40 pounds at school for dance, and that was really tough. I'm not even 5 feet tall.
Hi, guys.
In her own quest to lose weight, she also began what she describes as a 5-year study, working with 150 women of different body types and backgrounds, which became the basis for the Tracy Anderson method.
I set out to see, can I take any woman from any genetic background and turn them into their most balanced, proportioned self, right? Which happened to be then coined later as their teeniest, tiniest self in the infomercial world, right? But that became the magician, so to speak. And I did that by way of each woman I would measure in over 28 different places every single 10 days. And then I would create choreography for them.
A Tracy Anderson class doesn't necessarily look like other fitness classes out there. It's a mix of meditation, cardio, dance, and even silence.
The cult level, a solid 11 out of 10. These women don't just do Tracy Anderson, they are Tracy Anderson.
Dale Stabler has been reviewing boutique fitness classes for nearly a decade as part of the social media duo Sweats in the City.
It is a very intense workout in a heated room, and you're all following an instructor who doesn't speak. But at the end of the class, you feel electrified.
You know, there's so many spin classes and, fitness instructors who are barking at people.
No, thank you.
Why do you stay silent?
Because it's disruptive to talk to somebody when you're asking them to connect to the thing that needs to be heard the most. We do not hear our bodies.
It was Gwyneth Paltrow's post-baby body that brought Tracy and her method to the masses.
She really transformed my body, and I thought, all women should have access to this.
I feel so blessed that I met Gwyneth. I really do. She's an extraordinary woman. She actually directed, not my very first DVD, but the first one that we went at large to market with.
It's really important that with crunches that you don't do conventional forms of crunches.
She directed it herself in her studio in Amagansett. I'll never forget, she had a little scarf on, and I was like, oh gosh, this isn't like movie star Gwyneth, this is like director Gwyneth. Pinch me, how lucky am I?
But amid glowing reviews and headlines, there has also been backlash.
Even if every woman in your family has had big hips or a fat tummy for the last 17 generations, you don't have to. Here we go, move your hips a little more.
Tracy's claim was that she could get you a teeny tiny body, and she, depending on who you talk to, rightfully got criticized for it. Not everyone can look the way that she was helping transform women's bodies to look like. Not everyone has the money to do that.
In many ways, people came for you for that.
Yes.
There was a lot of like, it's too exacting, it's too intense.
Yeah, I'm happy that I'm still here because I was doing something much deeper than that. If it was really just about that I could make people teeny tiny, I wouldn't still be here today, right? And the thing that I'm the most proud of in my career is how people don't come up to me anymore and say, thank you for my teeny tiny like abs and butt and thighs. They come up to me and say, thank you for healing me. Thank you for making me feel so good in my body.
But her most infamous celebrity fallout was with the Queen of Pop, Madonna.
There's one report that said that you and Madonna had a bit of a falling out, that one went so far as to say Madonna's songs are forbidden in your studio.
They were for a bit. They were, but it was just like I was processing and healing.
She was quoted in the New York Times in 2009 that said, she said, after 2 cesareans, 3 hernia operations, and 1 riding accident that left me with 10 broken bones, Tracy was the only one who could pull my body back together into one piece.
We did that together. She showed up big time.
And yet, she hurt your heart because of the betrayal. Madonna broke off with one of your former trainers.
Yeah, that really hurt. And there were things where I just don't know how much of it, like, really, you never know what really comes from the actual person or what comes from the camp.
Madonna was being trained by Tracy. Everyone knew this. And then Madonna started her own line of gyms, Hard Candy Gyms.
Welcome to the opening of Hard Candy Fitness.
With a former trainer of Tracy that probably had to hurt, venturing out into the space that she had worked so hard to create.
I actually now, sort of like the older I get, like, I don't think it was her intention to do that. There was just things in there that felt like really confusing to me.
In 2009, Madonna was asked about the relationship by Ryan Seacrest on his radio show.
Does this Tracy Anderson train you?
She used to.
Oh, you got rid of her?
Got rid of her? No. I just, I move around a lot. I like to try different workout programs.
Impact by Nightline reached out to Madonna and did not hear back. Tracy's business continues to grow. She'll soon start franchising her studios, including 4 in South Florida. And as the wellness world explodes with conversations around weight loss drugs, Tracy has some thoughts.
In this era of GLP-1s, what do you make of these changing and evolving beauty standards and body positivity and all that?
I just urge people to not just take the Wegovy if you need the Wegovy or whatever when your doctor feels like is right for you. You have to move. You have to move, and no one should be shamed for being obese, and no one should be shamed for taking the best course of action for themselves to remedy that.
Now 50, Tracy says she feels more confident in her skin than ever.
I'm embracing aging. I also have a 27-year-old son, and I have a 12-year-old daughter. My daughter, I don't want her to fear aging. I don't fear it.
Tracy Anderson, unafraid and still unapologetically herself.
I never wanted to create a method. I wanted to help human beings. I wanted to make a difference.
For much more, be sure to watch Impact by Nightline. Tracy Anderson, fitness, fame, and Hollywood. Now streaming on Hulu.